Alright, so today's video is going to be a push day, and I'm currently going for a walk because the gym is way too packed and I do not want to be filming some random people, and I think that'd be awkward for them and I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So just going for a bit of a walk, and I'll be popping over to the gym shortly. Hopefully it's died down and there's not as much people, but I've been feeling like really bloated today and as yesterday as well. I've just been real bloated, don't know why. I've kind of got this massive headache, so I'm not sure how well today's session is going to go. But I'm going to try my best and just, really go through the motions again, which is kind of shit. But yeah, going to push myself as hard as I can and get the best out of this session as I can and make some content for you guys. So for the video, I've decided that I'm going to continue doing what I did in my previous video, which I pretty much just did a voiceover of what I was doing during that movement or that set, and just explaining to you what I'm going through instead of putting a video over it, because last time I put a video over it, I got copyright claimed, and I just want to stick away from that for now. But maybe in the future, if you guys give me suggestions on what you guys want to see, I'll try to add that into the video. But for now, I'm just going to stick to having voiceovers on the video and making sure I stick away from getting copyright claimed. To start off my push day, I did a barbell bench press, which I warmed up to 90 kilos, starting from the bar. This is the heaviest I've done for working sets, so I've done, I think, 4 sets of this with 6 reps. I was really pushing myself with this. I felt like I was going to absolutely die, and I thought the bar was going to fall on me. You'll probably see that towards the end of this little clip here, that I'm just absolutely struggling. I don't think anyone was in the gym at the time, which would have been a bit of a struggle. Then I moved on to incline bench press, or dumbbell bench press, which I was doing 37.5 kilos for, I think, 12 reps. Once again, just really making sure I'm feeling the squeeze, pushing myself as hard as I can. I believe I got 4 sets out of this, but I think on my last set, it wasn't very pleasant to watch. Like, I was struggling very hard, and I was making sure I was pushing myself, making sure I was getting that last rep, really going to failure there, and making sure I get a full squeeze out of it. I really couldn't feel my chest after this. Like, it was so sore. But yeah, as you can see towards here, I start really struggling heaps. And my form sort of changes a lot, but there's not a lot I could do if I'm pushing myself to near failure. Then I moved on to a shoulder press, or machine-seated shoulder press with a dumbbell lateral raise. I believe for the seated shoulder press, I was doing about 40 kilos or so. And for the lat raise, I was doing about 15 kilos. I think I did 12 reps for the shoulder press and 15 for the lat raise. I really like this superset just because, I don't know, just such a good shoulder pump. Usually I just do the lat raises on its own. And when I do it on my own, I think I usually do about 22.5 kilos, 25 kilo lat raises. I don't know why, but my shoulders are insanely strong. Like, they're much stronger than my chest, which is unfortunate, but it all comes down to genetics at the end of the day. But yeah, just really making sure I get that full range of motion. By the end of this, my shoulders were very sore, but we love a good shoulder pump. So anyway, moving on to the next exercise, I was doing a machine-seated chest press. I actually really enjoy doing this movement, especially with this machine. I get a really good squeeze out of it. And I feel like I control the weight heaps. I believe I was doing about 8 reps, 4 sets. I really pushed myself for this, and on the last set, I was going bright red. I pretty much turned the same colour as my shirt, which was quite entertaining to watch. But yeah, on to the next exercise, which was I guess you could call it like a cable fly, except I'm sort of bent at the hips, so it's sort of like more leaning. I was doing about 12.5 kilos on each side. I don't know, I've never really done the bent ones before. I've kind of done the standing ones where I'm sort of like leaning forward a little bit. I feel like I get a better squeeze out of that, but I'm giving this a crack, and I kind of have seen a bit of improvement with my chest from this exercise. However, I find it kind of hard to stabilize myself. I feel like I'm using my hamstrings a lot and engaging my hamstrings more than my chest, which is kind of odd. But maybe next week I might lower the weight, just see if I can fix up the form a bit and make sure I'm getting a better squeeze out of my chest. But other than that, for that exercise, it was pretty good.
And onto the dips. I was doing weighted dips, so I think I was doing about 3 or 4 sets of dips, 20 kilos. I think I did 20 kilo plate with, I think, 8 reps. So usually I kind of struggle in the 8th rep, but it was moving really smoothly. So I think next week I'm going to up the weight a lot more. And towards the end of my workout, I decided to do some posing because I did get a headache, and I thought, what better way to sort of cool down than do some posing, which I kind of did here. I don't know, this pose I can sort of get, but I can't. Like most days I get it, and then some days it just looks so bad. I really enjoy doing that pose at the moment. I just feel like there's a lot to improve still though, and same with this pose. I think I can bring my front hand, I like bend more at the elbow to bring it close to my face to make sure it looks more even and proportionate. Still trying to work on my vacuum. It's nothing special. It's still pretty good, but I think it definitely could have a lot more improvement. And with this pose, I don't know, I think I really need to bring up that upper chest as it shows a lot. And especially with this pose, it really shows that I need to improve my upper chest like greatly. But there's always room for improvement, as this is my only my first year of gymming, which is, I don't know, I feel like I've achieved a lot despite the amount of time I've been gymming for. And moving on to this back double bi pose, I absolutely love this pose. Not too sure why I love it as much as I do, but yeah, I think my back looks amazing in that. But yeah, that was really the end of my workout there.
So that's the end of my push day, and I wasn't feeling the best, and I just felt like it was a horrible workout, just purely because I just wasn't feeling great. I still tried to push myself as hard as I could. However, I don't know, I got really bad headaches towards the end of it, and I sort of cut the workout a bit short. But now I'm home, it's currently like 11:30 at night, and I'm eating my final thing of broccoli for tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just give me ideas on what you guys want me to make next. So like any Q&As or stuff like that, just any ideas you guys want me to post or things you want to see.